I'm Edward Norris, one of the most respected film critics in the UK, and I have been asked to review the latest Amber Roberts film, The Curse of the Mitre. First of all, I'm going to review the poster for the film. The questions I'm going to answer are as follows. Does the film poster comply with codes and conventions? Well, along the top tagline you have the stars of the film. You have obviously one big publicity shot. The name of the film is quite clear. It's across the bottom. Obviously it could be further up or it's layered in front of the image, but then you would probably lose some of the sort of the draw of the image itself and some of the reaction you would achieve from it. You take away from sort of a powerful image by covering it up with something else. I would say that it is suitable for the public. It doesn't offend me, it intrigues me, which obviously is the whole point of the film poster, trying to draw you in, trying to draw your attention to it. Would I go and see it? That's a very difficult question, because the impression I get from the film poster, there's this very pretty girl there, and she's sort of staring through a keyhole. The Curse of the Mitre is quite a gothic font. It implies to me it's some sort of horror mystery film, and I have to be honest, that's not my personal taste. Horror films do nothing for me, so it's probably not the sort of film that I would go and see. I think that having seen the trailer, I think that the poster is very suitable for the film. The Curse of the Mitre from the trailer, I assume, is a story following one girl going through some sort of breakdown, some sort of Blair Witch type horror setup. Therefore, I feel that the image is very clear in explaining that. What does it provide? Obviously, you've got a picture, it's of the girl that's starring in the film. It's slightly hidden, slightly mysterious, draws you into this obviously mysterious horror type storyline, so you do get some impression of what to expect from the film. The layout's fairly conventional, but it does make a point of making the image the sort of starring point of the poster, obviously along with sort of the mysterious font. Like I said before, I mean, it could have been done differently. You could have perhaps put film title in more prominence, but then I don't think that would have been right for this. I think that the way the layout works, it's probably the best way of doing it. I mean, there's things which you might say could be different about it. Perhaps it could have like a woodland scene in the background. You obviously have in the trailer the shot of her heavily drinking. You could have perhaps a trail of destruction, from this drunkenness. Perhaps give a bit more to intrigue it. But then, is this the sort of thing you have to ask yourself that you would see quickly on a poster? Probably not. It needs probably the simplicity of the image to make one short, powerful statement to make you think, what's that? The colour scheme follows codes and conventions. Yes, I'd say it does. I mean, it uses complementary colours. Obviously, black and white are very prominent in it, which you expect of any film poster. It follows codes and conventions. Yes, it does. They're complementary colours. They're striking colours. The girl's eyes are obviously quite bright in it, done deliberately in Photoshop to sort of draw you into the central character. Yeah, I mean, you can see obviously a Disney film, what do you expect? You expect lots of bright colours, the cartoon type images. If you were seeing, some sort of great sort of family feel-good film, you'd expect very brighter colours. You get the ideas of the horror, the thriller, bold, powerful colours, bold, powerful message. It gives the right impression of what the film's about. Yeah, all the sort of main information's there, the stars. Is the information correct? Is the date and awards nominations in the right place? Yes, I mean, it tells you straight across the top who's in it. You can see straight away. You can see straight away what the film's called. Then obviously underneath that, down towards the bottom of the film, it tells you what the certificate is, when the film will be on June. Then it obviously has what the nominations at the bottom are. It could perhaps make those bigger. They could go above Curse the Mighty, have a picture of Oscar for Oscars and that sort of thing, just so you can see straight away what it is. But I mean, that's not the primary information, is it? The primary information is what's the film, what's it called, what's it about, and then you can read all that as a secondary thing. You know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what. First of all, you've got to know what the film is before you see what the awards are. Do you feel that the poster should include more information or less? Um, I think towards the bottom there's perhaps an over busyness. There are a lot of different characters at the top as well, a lot of the stars of it. Perhaps if they were set out from one another, if the title character had a larger font, maybe centralised, that would draw attention to them. Do I like the font type for the Curse of the Mitre? I do. I think it's an interesting font. I think it's a mysterious font. It's slightly gothic, which gives the idea of horror, which I feel it helps bring across the message of what the film's about like that. Curse of the Mitre is an intriguing name. I mean, a mitre, it would make me think of a bishop's hat. What a bishop's hat has to do with anything, I don't know, but then perhaps that's the point of the film. It makes you want to find out what this Curse of the Mitre is. The font type, I feel, sort of gives that mysterious, slightly ancient, gothic, horror feel to it.